G'day everyone, welcome back to Pete's Investing. Today's April 24, 2023. This is the Euro British Pound update. You can see here on the daily, we're in an upswing. On the 4 hourly, it's almost punching through that moving average on the CCI and possibly turning further advancements to the upside. And on the hourly, we're also in an upswing, so that's a positive in terms of bullishness. So primarily long trades at this point. Let's drill down on each of these. Now we do use the CCI 1500 and the moving average 400 as our key indicator, as opposed to the moving average 200 of the price chart for those new to the channel. That's because it sometimes gives us, as you can see there, it closely aligns with the moving average 200 of the price chart, although sometimes it gives us early signals, and that can be seen on the US S&P 500. It told us early on, months ago, to get out of the long trades primarily. Anyway, back to the Euro British Pound. You can see here it's in an upswing, and I've drawn this key support area at 85.47 and a resistance at 92.83. So it's currently bouncing along top of the moving average of the CCI. So that's where we are at the moment on the daily. On the 4 hour, I've drawn a couple of Fibonacci retracements, and the first one is to notice is between that resistance level and that support area, that first area of Fibonacci. You can see that the price recently has been hovering around the 61%. It bounced off the 61% retracement, and it's now hovering around the 50%, between the 50 and the 38% retracement of that range. The reason that's important is because the 61% level is always a key area to look out for. It can always bounce down from there and continue, in this case, a potential decline, or if it breaks through there, it's a more bullish approach. In other words, it can always bounce from that area to the downside. Or it can bounce through there or cut through there and actually change direction. In this case, it's undecided, and it's bouncing between in this case, the 23% and the 61% of the Fibonacci. More recently, in the last few months, I've also drawn this wedge between those two diagonal ascending and descending trend lines. More recently, in this little range here, I've got another Fibonacci retracement between that low at the support and that high. Now you can see here it's come back down and bounced off the 61%, which is again our key area to look out for, and it looks like it's bounced off that area. Now in this area, it's actually bouncing in this wedge, and it's bounced off that 61% retracement. So what does that mean? It's actually threatening to break through this CCI 1500 moving average 400 potential upside. So let's look at the hourly chart, and on the hourly, you can see there it's in that wedge. So potentially we can go long in this area here, in alignment with this upswing there, which aligns with our daily bullish momentum. And one indicator I use is fractals to potentially trade, and again I only use the trading in direction of the larger time frame. So here it's going long, here it's potentially breaking through the upside of the moving average, but on the daily it's in an upswing, so it's a positive. So on the hourly, if I was to trade this when it initially broke to the upside, so at any one of these points, when the fractal breaks, when the candle breaks above the fractal, like at that point there, that point there, that point there, and so on, always look for a fresh break. Don't take any trades which are already broken to the upside of the fractal. Always look for a fresh break, like in that area there. I like taking little percentage gains or monetary gains, whatever suits you. If you want to use very tight moving average changes of direction, that's up to you. I'll let you decide when to exit the trade. So they would have been little areas to go long when it broke above the fractal. And to understand how to trade if the price goes against you, reference the links in the description below. To understand how to properly trade using the average down approach, support us more on Patreon. Thanks for watching, and see you in a future video.